Hi everyone, this is Rocky again. I barely slept last night actually because of a very familiar name, DeepSeek. We're going to talk about DeepSeek V3.1, which has been just released by the end of last week. When you talk about DeepSeek, you may haven't heard about this name for a while, but this time we will let you know how explosive it is for its 3.1 release. By now, the large language model become more and more used in our daily life. We can clearly feel that their ability of logical reasoning has been increased day by day, but the reasoning consumes more resources, which means the overall cost is going up. According to the data from website Meter, the length of AI tasks doubles roughly every 7 months. That means more tokens has been consumed. Now let's take a look at current mainstream models and their cost. On the Evolution website Ada, which tests model programming capabilities with a full suite of coding tasks, we can see both accuracies of task completions and overall cost. From this, we see the O3's cost is extremely high, while DeepSeek achieves comparable task accuracy at just $4.8, about 30 times cheaper. It's all about cost performance. And this time, DeepSeek 3.1 surprised us again, not on their functionalities, but on their cost efficiencies. For the first time, they bring the UE8M0 data format into a mainstream large language model training. At this point, we need to explain a little bit on the principles of large language models, just in some simple terms. Large language models are trained on languages. Before training, all the words in language are turned into arrays. Each word is represented as an array of numbers, which then undergo countless layers of mathematical operations. In GPUs, training large language model means repeatedly performing operations on these arrays. UE8M0 is the latest format for storing those arrays. How do we actually store numbers in a computer? Simple, we use binary. For example, FP8 means an 8-bit binary number. E4M3 means 4 bits for exponent and 3 bits for the mantissa, a fractional part. The exponent represents the power of 2, while the mantissa represents the digits after the decimal point. Multiply them together and you get an actual value. This is E4M3 FP8 format is supported by NVIDIA GPUs. But now DeepSeek is using UE8M0. There's no sign bit. E8 means 8 bits for the exponent. M0 means no mantissa at all. That means numbers are stored purely as powers of 2. Training large language models involves a huge amount of mathematical operations like addition and multiply. The old E4M3 format involves two parts into this mathematical operation. They are exponent and mantissa. With the new UE8M0 data format, only exponent part has been calculated. This is going to save huge amount of computing time. You may ask the question, if we drop the mantissa, will this hurt the accuracy? That's a very good question. DeepSeek solved this problem by applying micro-scaling technology. It's used to restore data as close as possible without hurting model's performance. From DeepSeek 3.1 benchmark scores, we can clearly see that it saves huge amount of computing power while still deliver excellent results. So what does this mean for GPU makers other than NVIDIA? First, cheaper, lower power accelerator can be designed because the model is going to be lighter. Second, lower memory requirements. We may not need expensive high bandwidth memory such as HBM2 and HBM3. It will be no longer essential to the training. 3. Breaking free from CUDA stranglehold. We can train lighter, more efficient models with new frameworks. Therefore, UE8M0 is not just the data format. It's the gateway to building economical, efficient large language model in the future. Okay. I hope I did a good job in explaining the DeepSeek 3.1 and the significance of UE8M0 new data format. So this is not just a model. It opens up endless possibilities for other chip makers to catch up or even surpass NVIDIA. And again, I can't help to look forward to seeing the new R2 release from DeepSeek and the collaborations between this new model with other chip makers supporting better new data format. Last time, the DeepSeek release shocked the stock market. We will see what happened this time. Okay, that's it for today. Don't forget to like, forward, comment, and see you next time. Bye.